Hey guys, Cam315 back out with another video for you guys. Back with another episode review of a Livid Lady's Guide to Getting Even. I know I've missed the past few episodes, but that's what happens when you got busy work. But listen, man, um, this show's been good. This show's been crazy good, and I'm very much enjoying it. And my goodness, this most recent episode 6 today, was absolutely crazy. Jesus, dude. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say anymore. This show's crazy. Now, long story short, with what's been going on the last few episodes, she again has been trying to establish her business and everything, but things happened. She ended up actually getting a slave girl to work for her, and everything. And I did like the whole thing where the one little girl, Lunoa, she was kind of like fearful and everything, but basically Ellie basically told Lunoa, like, listen, this is just how life is. This is what is the real world. You know, I understand you're seeing this, but I'm just being honest. Like, this is what's going on. So Ellie is basically just like telling Lunoa, like, okay, no, this is the real world. So essentially, what ends up happening is she ends up recruiting these like adventurers to basically work for her because her business is kind of being effed over due to certain, you know, things like that. And we find out that one of the army or the dumbass prince basically said, I don't give a shit about the village, attack them and everything, right? Because we do cut over to him and he doesn't really give a crap. So there's that. But this kind of, and that was just kind of a skimming of the last few episodes, but I'm also want to talk about episode 6. But episode 6 was absolutely crazy, right? Absolutely crazy with just what we got here. So again, like I made a mention, you know, Ellie wants to get back at these people because the village is being harmed and it's affecting her, you know, trade routes and stuff like that of her products and everything. And you just have to where like these bandits and assassins and everything and people that work for the actual kingdom legitimately are just doing this and they're attacking the village and everything. So, well, with the help of the adventurers that they have, um what is it? They capture one of the guards, right? And one of the guards basically tells them everything that is going on. And essentially, you know, the dude basically asks, like, okay, you know, is it okay if you spare me and, you know, you spare me and then boom, I can be able to go live my life and everything. And, you know, I can actually work for you. And, you know, I'll use this as a way to atone for my sins and everything. And when I kid you not, I was absolutely shocked this moment happened, dude. She legitimately, this dude's like, hey, he wants to turn his life around. He actually says, I want to work for you. And then she just legitimately cuts this guy's head off. And I'm watching the episode, I'm like, whoa, what the? I'm like, oh shit. And I kid you not, bro. Ellie legitimately says he's like, atone. Yeah, atoning for your sins won't be working for me, buddy. Atoning for your sins will be in death. That, you know how you can atone your sins? You can die for what the criminal acts you did, which is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm like, whoa, she is not holding back, bro. And listen, that was probably the first brutal kill we've seen since I think episode 2 or 3 when she cut the bandits in half. I saw this and I'm like, oh, so she listen. If you thought she had any doubts about sparing people, bro, no. Ellie is at this point where she don't give an F. She legitimately is now taking the stance of like, all right, if you do any criminal act and you do something that you know you shouldn't be doing, and I find out, your ass is dead. I'm not sparing your life for no matter. I'm not sparing your life. Because it's like she told the bandit, she's like, you made the decision to do this. You didn't have to do it, but you made the decision to do it. So, you know what? Here's how you can atone for your sins. You're just gonna die. So why should I leave you alive, let you go free, Only for what? You to go back and maybe do the same exact thing and not learn your lesson? Okay, no. And honestly, again, like I made a mention, I think in that episode review, I respect Ellie's whole mindset of that now at this point. Because it's like, well, honestly, even though it's bad to kill people, people always deserve second chances, that you're breaking literally one of the 10 commandments, of no murder and stuff like that. But I don't blame her. I don't blame her for just killing these people straight out. Because it's like, why should you be a problem in the future, especially for me, when I can just get rid of you right here, right now? And when she killed that knight, dude, and just decapitated this dude's head off, I'm like, oh no, she ain't fucking around, bro. And you thought that was bad. So you have it where like one of these bandits, they're legitimately like dang near like, I wouldn't say it, well, yeah, assaulting this girl. And the girl's like, just let me go, please. I don't want nothing to do. And she's like, oh, please. Like, and this dude's like, oh, don't worry. I'll let you go. And then I'm going to fool around with you and everything. Cause he was looking at her and she was, look, she had big old bitties and things like that. And then you have it to where Ellie comes in and takes out dude's men and legitimately takes this guy and interrogates this guy. And she's like, listen, I'll spare your life if you just tell me what I need to know. So the guy tells Ellie what basically she needs to know, and basically, she starts dragging him out, and he's like, I thought you said you were going to spare me and everything. And I'm thinking like, yeah, she's not sparing you. She only said that to get you to talk. And actually she does spare him. She's like, oh yeah, I spared you, all right. I am sparing you, but they won't, because you got to deal with these people. And he turns around. Dog, this man turns around and he sees all these girls from the village, and they all have fucking pitchforks. And she straight up tells him like, yeah, I spared your ass, but they won't. And these girls in the village get their pitchforks and they start stabbing and impaling this guy and killing this guy. I was just like, huh? What? Yeah, I had no words. I literally stopped what I was doing. I was like, bro, what? That might be the most brutal kill she's probably done. And she didn't even have no correlation or no interaction in doing it. She straight up got the villagers to do it. And it was all the women, which is crazy. I ain't seen nothing. And you have these women like, you killed my father. You know, deserved. She said, why should I do the killing for these people when these people actually have a vendetta against you? Absolutely crazy. I saw that shit. It's crazy. And then her maid is like, well, what are we gonna do? She's like, we're gonna let these people do what they need to do, kill the people they want to kill, and then we'll just clean up the bodies later. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? Regardless, they gotta take back this fortress, right? And realistically, this whole hit on the village was due to the fucking prince. And when Ellie finds this out, she's like, okay, yeah, he's gonna get it. So they come up with a whole plan, because the one redhead guy, eventually after being informed of everything that's going on, they come up with a plan, because Ellie knows like, well, guess what? If he's on the front lines and everything and helping them, I already know one of two things is gonna happen. One of two things. One, he's gonna either die, or two, or for a fact, I know for a fact he's gonna run away when the situation doesn't benefit him. So I don't wonder if this is gonna be the moment when she's gonna finally meet face to face to try to kill the prince and everything, which would be crazy, right? But we find out that they basically split them into groups that will benefit them. So the one red-haired adventurer goes with Ellie, and they go to basically the base area, and they basically do their jobs of taking down the men that they need to take down and save the villagers that were held captive. But you have it to where a red-haired adventurer, she's basically stuck in a bad position against these really strong assassins. So she has to actually use her Grimoire abilities, because she has a Grimoire too. And for all the time it looks like when she got cut, it actually healed her up and actually got her stronger. But Ellie ended up seeing this, and she ends up trying to go help out. But the one person, I guess the leader of these assassins, was going against Ellie, and it was actually giving Ellie some problems and everything. But they use a flash grenade to get out of there, and they see like, oh, the prince of the, I think it was the Sarjas kingdom, was kind of the person behind this whole shit, and everything. So regardless, they managed to get the fortress, but it's absolutely crazy. This so far up to this point is the goriest episode that we've seen. And honestly, again, like I made a mention before, I'll say it again. I like the fact of how brutal this show is. Like, it has like your typical like fantasy isekai type of like setting, whereas, you know, it's a villainess type of happy-go-lucky show potentially, but no. This show is dark as hell. And we have a main character that literally said, you know what, I'm gonna drop all my morals because all these people are disrespecting me. Like, literally in this episode, they literally say at the end, like, we got to find some incriminating evidence because knowing my father, he's going to try to like scrub this under the rug. We just can't go on and say like, oh, the kingdom did this because my father will find a way to counteract that. We need to find some really damn incriminating evidence because they're breaking like literally international law doing what they're doing, and stuff like that. And these people should be behind bars, but it's absolutely crazy. Again, like I made a mention, I can only imagine the brutal killing she's been doing when she runs to that damn prince and the dang princess, pink-haired bitch. Dude, she might straight up, that might be the most brutal kill of all fucking time. She might just torture them. I'm just like, how do you go from this loving girl to like a straight up insane villainess character that is just like, you know what, I don't give a fuck no more. Everybody's dying today. But overall, this show has been really damn good. I can't wait to see more content of this and stuff like that. So yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna get over, guys. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts. Have a great rest of your day or your night or watching this video, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Till then, guys, peace.